The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A quick look at the lineups. So it's down to business here. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I would say the Croatian Ivan Rakitic, a passer with a creative edge who'll probe away until he can release a teammate with the right through ball. Best described as either crisp or cutting.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
What about that, Jim Beglin?
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Barcelona take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Rakitic, Messi, and it's Dani Alves. Clears it out of harm's way. Messi hits it! Good save, really well read. Keylor Navas catches it safely. Sergio Busquets doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Luis Suarez, now it's Messi. Now it's Luis Suarez, chipped through. Messi, Rakitic, shot a goal! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Oh, he made that look really easy, Peter, but I can assure you that wasn't a routine save. He had to be very switched on there.
Massive leap! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, if he hopes to do better than that, he's got to work on his technique and his timing. The contact wasn't right there, so there wasn't much chance of success.
Oh, he really wanted that.
Well, he went at it with great confidence, and it's not going to stop him from trying again.
And it's Luis Suarez, tries to dink it in. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Goal! And with that goal comes comfort. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
Barcelona have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Messi. Luis Suarez. Daniel Alves. It's been intercepted and that will come to nothing. And it's Iniesta. Jordi Alba.
There's a lot of movement going on, there's no shortage of options.
So I guess they're looking to play around their opponents as opposed to through them.
Yeah, the style is designed to dominate the ball, and so you dominate your opponents.
They are rampant! Hot knife through butter, they have done it again! A deflection may or may not have made a difference. Little matter, it is his. Barcelona take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Messi. Iniesta. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Can he find a finish now? Jordi Alba passes it square. Oh, that is an awful miss.
Well, he was in such a great position in front of goal, and you'd expect him to score from there, but somehow he's missed it.
interrupting any attack. But all that could change when you host Barca playing for the Liga title. Tomorrow, La Liga Santander, Valladolid, Barcelona, on La Liga TV.
La Liga Santander is back. And the stadiums need your applause because everyone's hard work is worthy of a monument.
Y obtén 4.
Niveles y beneficios personalizados. Además, de especialistas.cl.
lesión tras el golpe con Lucas Pérez en el primer tiempo. Así lo va sacando Roberto Jiménez. Mete Roberto. Aguantaba la pelota José. Del Madrid, Thibaut Courtois. Militao. La mete Militao. Pasó el balón. Por la derecha, Aguirre Gaviria. Dejó cortito el balón. La tiran más atrás ahora. Muy atrás. Lo comprometieron a su compañero. Se abre otra vez. Aguirre Gaviria. Lo presionaba. El camino Rodrigo. Habrá lateral. Tenemos 3 minutos de este. Otra vez para Benzema. La adelantó mal en esta Rodrigo. Y le queda la pelota a Méndez, que la deja atrás. Salía mal desde el fondo. La guardia. La recuperaron. Y la meten para Benzema. Ganaba Eli abajo. Va saliendo Marín. La mete Marín. Muy largo. La toma Courtois.
Siguen los extremos de Alavés a pierna cambiada. Rodrigo diestro en la derecha. Asensio zurdo en la izquierda. Hoy creo que por las características de los laterales han invertido posiciones y ha sido productiva esa modificación, sobre todo por el protagonismo de Mendy y en menor medida de Lucas Vázquez. Los laterales del Madrid han hecho daño. Benzema, no de Asensio, no había fuera de juego del 20.
Sí.
Viene la regla.
Pareció que la guardia cancha. Pero
No,
ahora.
no. Para mí,
ahora veamos,
para mí
sí.
estaba adelantado. Un pasito, nada. Porque sale después. Corre hacia adelante, pero cuando los dos
En la platea hablaban entre Carvajal, Ramos. Bueno, señores, gol de Asensio, gana el Madrid 2-0.
Esta posición no tiene nada que ver. Había sido bueno. No era un partido para descansar en el 1-0. Ahora ya. Es otra música para el líder de la liga.
Para Tommy, para Juancito Otaviano, todos amigos pendientes siguiendo la transmisión de DirecTV Sports. Protege la pelota Aguirre, Gaviria. El lateral lo hacía Rodrigo. Le queda Kroos. Viene Kroos. Modric, Kroos. Y ahora agárrense. Porque va.
Accuracy, isn't it? The run from Benzema is right on the limit. And the cross is absolutely perfect, takes Roberto out of the equation. A great supporting run by Asensio too. How many of the best strikers in the world would have squared that there?
Well, it was a big task at 1-0 for Alavés. It's even greater now. This is Martín. Lubomir Feysa finding Martín in space. His cross under hit. It just struck Casemiro quite awkwardly there. And Muniz can now make that double change. And Lubomir Feysa's evening comes to an end. He's replaced by Abdullahi Mahmoud. And Lucas Perez, the top goal scorer for Alavés, comes off. It's Luis Rioja on for him.
That's a big call, isn't it, Tim? You can see by Perez's face, make of that what you will, but huge call from Muniz. 2-0 down. Then again, he might be thinking, okay, this doesn't look good. We need to rest him for the next one. But it's a huge call to make. Your first game on the job at a new club, and you bring off your top goal scorer at 2-0 down.
Well, it may well mean that there's a slight change in formation, though for now it looks as if Burke is joining Joselu in attack. Rioja on the left wing, Edgar on the right. And as for Mahmoud, well, this is just his second appearance in La Liga. He started away at Atletico Madrid in the narrow defeat and was impressive in that debut. He is 20 years of age from Mauritania. Here's the Brazilian Rodrigo, challenged by Martín. LaGuardia just got that wrong, didn't he? He stepped up as Rodrigo played that pass. And Benzema was in space, onside. Here goes Abdullahi Mahmoud. Cruz won it from him now. Casemiro dribbling with his head up, finding Modric. Forward now to Lucas Vazquez. In fact, it's Asensio finding Vazquez. His cross, finger-tipped, and then cleared by Martin. Towering header from Varane to win.
Involved. He looks hungry, looks fresh. Great spot for Benzema. Tries to turn provider this time, giving Benzema.
Casemiro went for the first time strike, and it was high and wide.
And that's what I'm talking about there. When we saw the Asensio goal earlier, Benzema looked up, squared it for Asensio. That time, Rodrigo's through. Look, watch here, watch where Benzema is. There's the ball from Benzema. It's absolutely brilliant. Benzema follows in. He's square there. It's a difficult one to spot, but Rodrigo has Benzema behind him, waiting for the cutback, and that's the difference.
Rodrigo still just 19, of course, a wonderful talent. This is his 11th start in La Liga this season. Scored against Osasuna and Leganés. Burke to Martin. Burke carries on. And Martin couldn't find him there, although Burke won't give it up. Wrestling with Mondi, and it's a goal kick.
Yeah, he won't give up. It's not in his character, but very, very impressive performance from Mondi. He's been unbeatable on this left-hand side. Been impressive going forward too. Impressive in both penalty areas. And look at that. That's a brilliant angle there on that Rodrigo dive. And he's trying always to crane his neck this way and that. He doesn't know whether to put the head forward, put the head back. It's arriving at such speed, but that is absolutely brilliant to see. That's Asensio. Great game.
Given away by Benzema. And this is Rioja. And a chance now for Joselu. And Courtois, when called upon, was there with a big save for the league leaders.
Yeah, he produced one in the first half from Burke. He's pulled it out again. Difficult for a goalkeeper, Tim. For Real Madrid on a night like this, you're not called into action much. He's been basically a member of the public there, just standing watching. And when he's been called on, he's been absolutely brilliant.
17 clean sheets this season, and a big save there to preserve the 2-goal cushion.
Joselu did all he could. He was hitting the target, hit it at speed. There's venom in the shots.
Real looking for a 5th consecutive clean sheet tonight.
He's been a big part of that run, hasn't he, Courtois? Anusha says Courtois is really impressive. He's won my heart. But he's really proven his doubters wrong this season. And there was a fair few of them, Tim, all around Spain, Real Madrid fans and the media as well. It's a campaign, anti-Courtois campaign, there's no doubt about that, but he's proved them all wrong. And back up there, undoubtedly one of the 5 best keepers in the world. Everyone's got the favourites, but Courtois is a very, very solid performer.
Martin forward, lovely ball to Edgar, great first touch from him, and right on cue, Courtois with another good block. Well, at the start of the season, Keylor Navas was sold to PSG. There was that defeat at the Parc des Princes when Navas looked so pleased with the victory, but slowly and surely Courtois has really grown at the Bernabeu during this campaign.
He's an essential part of the backbone of this side, Tim. When you talked about the defensive record, this is the best defence in Spain. And certainly at the start of the season, you wouldn't have Real Madrid down nearing the end of the season as conceding less goals than City neighbours Atletico. But Courtois, that backbone, through Ramos, through Casemiro, up to Benzema. It's been solid as a rock.
Well, no Ramos tonight, no Dani Carvajal, no Marcelo, but so far, no problem for Real Madrid. And look at that ball to Rodrigo. He's away from Martin, and he's brave, and he's found Karim Benzema. Benzema lifts it, and it was Lucas Vázquez who went for a spectacular volley, and if he had found the net, that would have been incredible from Real Madrid.
And the bravery of this boy here deserved something better there from Lucas. He went for the fantasy football finish, but that jump there against La Guardia, who's one of the most physical centre-backs in La Liga Santander. Look, the eyes on the ball, he's brave. That's a good leap too. Awkward fall. But Benzema with a great ball over the top. Another bit of quality from the Frenchman finds Lucas Vázquez, and he had time to bring it down and hit it. Went for the volley, and that could have been a third.
Well, shades of Steve McManaman in the Champions League final for Real Madrid, with both feet off the ground, but certainly didn't execute it as brilliantly. Now, the last 2 wins, and the last 3 in fact, have been so narrow, really hard-fought ones. Real breathing a little easier at home to Alavés. Militao did well there. This is Lucas Vázquez. Asensio saw Mondi in space, found Mondi. He went to ground, and now Martin looks up. Held up unsuccessfully by Oliver Burke. He slipped as well, and now Asensio takes over. Rodrigo has it now. To Benzema. Now Asensio in space. Drills it in, and it came off Rodrigo Eli. So a corner for Real.
These 3 are running riot now, aren't they? They're starting to find the space. The legs are getting tired. We're 2/3 into this contest here now. That's a tough night.
And then his cutback went to Abdellahi Mahmoud, but Real win it back. 25 minutes left, and they really are very much in command. Looking for this 3rd goal. Casemiro. Mahmoud was diving in, but Benzema came away with possession, and now Toni Kroos fires. A block by Martin. But there is no respite here for Alavés.
Certainly not with this man on the pitch. We were talking about, would he be coming out for the second half? But that Masseurs would have done a wonder job on Karim Benzema's back, but he's been absolutely brilliant in this second half. I don't know if Zidane would be thinking about giving him a rest, perhaps 2-0 up. Alavés not really looking like being able to get back into this game. hard visit to Granada coming up, Tim, on Monday. See if, sorry to interrupt, see if Zidane starts to ring the changes.
Mondi. Luka Modric going for goal. Well gathered there by Roberto. And for anybody that missed it, Granada won impressively away at Real Sociedad earlier today. A thrilling game that ended 3-2. A late winning goal, and they remain in the hunt for European football. And they host Real Madrid on Monday night. Then Real's final home game is against Villarreal. Now we have a substitution coming, and it will be a debut for Panamanian José Luis Rodriguez. Changes also incoming from Zinedine Zidane, Valverde and Vinicius Junior. It's a double switch from Muniz, so two young players coming on. Borja Sáenz, who is just 19 years of age, on for Edgar Mendes. And Joselu, who has 10 goals this season, making way now for Rodriguez, who has played 18 times for the Panama national team, including 3 starts at the 2018 World Cup. It is his La Liga debut.
And what a position to make it in, Tim. Nothing like a bit of pressure on young shoulders there. Now, 2 ways to read these substitutions. The 2 main scorers are off. Has Muniz not been impressed with them? Well, for my money, Joselu had a reasonably positive game. Lucas Perez, not less so. But are they being rested for the next game coming up, which is the home game with Getafe, possibly? Or is Muniz saying, OK, you can put the ball in the back of the net, we'll try the young bucks?
Well, Marco Asensio will make way for Vinicius Junior, and Luka Modric is coming off for Fede Valverde. A double change from Zinedine Zidane.
Imagine selecting the greatest team that ever lived. Cristiano Ronaldo with Lionel Messi, Figo
from the boss,
alongside Di Stefano. Sure, they can never play together, but this is the show made of dreams, and these are teams plucked from the heavens. This time on Dream Teams, the legends of the game that have graced La Liga. Who makes it in and who misses out? Then, how many Champions League winners have made Marseille's greatest 11? No guidelines, no rules, only opinions. On the show that dares to dream.
Mahmoud in midfield.
Sáenz has been impressive, Tim, when he's been given the chance.
I don't listen to what you say.
The chance this season. The B-team player has been used. He's only 19, but he's quick, he's keen.
Scored in the victory against Real Sociedad, that only triumph post-lockdown for Alavés.
Proves there is no obstacle it cannot overcome.
After a near 2-month pause in the action, the mixed martial arts leader is back.
Third fight night in 8 days as we wrap up a historic week from Jacksonville.
It is great to be back in the fight capital of the world, live inside UFC Apex for UFC 250.
This is a special place. Way to set this up. It's amazing.
But the worldwide nature of this business requires adaptations of unprecedented scale.
And they were last
I
victorious.
can't keep putting on fights here in the United States, so...
In that season, they only finished 1 point behind Real Madrid and qualified for the UEFA Cup. The following season, they made the UEFA Cup final. Very different these days at Mendizorroza.
It's a little bit puzzling, Tim, when you look back at last season. That side under Abelardo, they were a very, very good footballing side for a lot of the last campaign, as I said. Spent a lot of the last campaign in the top 6. Incredibly effective counter-attacking team.
Toni Kroos tried to find Vinicius. Now Borja Sainz. Camarasa to Marin. Rioja peeled wide. Here he is. Movement from Rodriguez and from Borja Sainz. Cleared by Eder Militao. One back by Rodriguez. It's with Rioja. Real defended it well. And now look at Vinicius moving up the line. And he is super quick. Couldn't reach that.
Not far off.
Well, after that first half penalty, Real have been awarded 10 penalties this season. They've only conceded 2. And as for Alavés, they have been awarded 6, but they have conceded 15 penalties, 14 of those away from home. Goes some way to explaining the position they're in. Can they grab the next goal of the game? This is Sainz. Fabulous run from the teenager. And he let fly, and he's won a corner now for Deportivo Alavés. Their first corner of the second half. Really excellent run. And it was a block from Varane. Both centre-backs entering the penalty area now. Camarasa with the high delivery, but was well beyond all of the players in blue.
Yeah, you can't waste those chances, can you? Frustrating again for the manager. He's learning on the job, getting to know his players. First week on the job, thrown in such a difficult position. Normals, you know, in a normal situation here with the team fighting at the bottom of the table, it's difficult as it is. But when you're coming in for 2 weeks, you've got 9 days to make an impression. Hats off to Muniz for taking the challenge. But he has got some major tweaking to do.
Given away by Mahmoud. Toni Kroos finds Karim Benzema. Benzema to Vinicius, and now Rodrigo. A block from Roberto. And Real have a corner. Some lovely play, but this was an error from Abdullahi Mahmoud. Benzema, as he so often is, tormenting the opposition defence. Martin played Rodrigo onside, and it was another good block from Roberto Jimenez. Corner from Kroos, above Militao. Sainz let it run. And Mondi showed him who was in charge.
There's only one winner there, wasn't there?
Time for the second half refreshment break.
It's that touch from Vinicius there. It's that bit of fantasy, isn't it? That's what opens things up. Hats off to Roberto. He's been very, very good tonight, Tim. Very impressive indeed. We know he's a top-flight keeper of a lot of pedigree. Been around, seen it, done it. Very experienced. But it's that touch from Vinicius to Rodrigo. It's absolutely delicious. And here we go into the real nitty-gritty of this game. Hard to see Alavés getting back into this. In fact, your money would be on a third goal from Real Madrid. Putting it plainly here, Tim. But they're playing well within themselves, everything under control. The gap going back to 4 points. Difficult trip for Barcelona tomorrow. Jose Zorrilla is a difficult place to go to. Valladolid's so hard to break down. Pressure's off, almost mathematically assured. Top flight status. They need to get over that 40 points, but the way it's turning out the season, they're home and dry. And they've been very impressive after the break. So it's a big step for Football Club Barcelona tomorrow. We'll see how they get on. But for the moment, once again, everything running like clockwork at Real Madrid.
Well, after this, Granada, Villarreal and Leganés to play. And 5 points from those 3 games would secure the championship, regardless of what Barcelona do, assuming, of course, they hold on for all 3 points tonight. As for Alavés, well, they were promoted in 2016. They have finished 9th, 14th and 11th. But where will they finish this season? Will they stay up? They still have to play Getafe, Betis and Barcelona. And that man, Muniz, has an enormous job on his hands. Mallorca with perhaps more momentum. And it looks as if the Basques are falling to a 6th consecutive defeat tonight. Muniz has made all 5 changes. Zidane still has 3 in the bank.
When you look at the run into him, I think Alavés are going to need 4 points. It's going to be tricky. Mallorca go to Sevilla next away. That's a huge game. If they get a point from that, they'll be happy. But then they got Granada and Osasuna. They're winnable. For Alavés, they look at the moment they got that 3-point cushion. But it could be 0 points by the end of the weekend.
They do have a superior head-to-head with Mallorca. Sainz to Burke and touch back just behind Martin. The right back retreating now. Real cruising towards an 8th consecutive victory, aiming for a 5th straight clean sheet. They have been a model of consistency. Impeccable record since the resumption, and even since the start of the season, just 3 defeats, all of those coming away from home. Casemiro struggling now. Achilles caught there by Rodriguez.
And the referee looking at that. And that is a nasty challenge. That's a stamp. And Zidane will be looking at that, Tim, and hoping that Casemiro isn't seriously injured from that. We're talking about that backbone earlier. And you do not want to lose this man. The amount of discussions we've had during the season, who's the most vital player for Real Madrid? We can go on as we have and debated that over and over again. But this guy is one of those. And you need to just keep that machine ticking over, keep the machine purring. And he's one of the vital cogs in it. It looks okay to continue. It's a stamp. Doesn't look to have made any lasting damage on the Achilles, but maybe we're just given a rest here in the last 10 minutes. As you said, changes still available to Zidane.
Well, what a player to have at your disposal for the final 10 minutes when you're 2 goals up. Eden Hazard, as well as Isco, ready to come on. Sainz won it back there. Now Marin. Well, all of you Real Madrid supporters who have stayed up till the early hours of the morning, you must be enjoying this. Time now for Benzema to have a rest, and he will be replaced by Hazard. Benzema with that penalty in the first half. 18 goals this season, and the assist in the second half. Hands over the captain's armband, Another fabulous job from him. And it's the return now of Eden Hazard, who's missed the last couple of games with an ankle injury. And Rodrigo is the other player going off. Into the action comes Isco.
Another huge plus for Zidane, showing the world that Hazard is available. Huge question marks placed over him, but if he's available for the final run-in, that is a big plus.
One back by Casemiro, and then Mahmoud. Burke couldn't control it properly. Isco with a loose ball. Space for Camarasa. Casemiro just patrolling ahead of that defence. Here is Rodriguez. The visitors haven't had much possession. And it's terminated there by Varane. And then Mahmoud scythes down Toni Kroos, and he will be yellow carded. I'll make that the first yellow card of the match.
Yeah, an easy decision for the referee. Obvious card. It hasn't been an overtly physical game. We expected a more physical presence from Alavés.
That penalty there was Real Madrid's 20th consecutive penalty that they've scored. Mondi in the box. Space for Isco. Went for the curler, and what a good drive that was. Roberto at full stretch.
Wonderful save again. And that was going in the corner. The saves are piling up for Roberto, aren't they? In full flight, the punch out, a little bit unorthodox.
Valverde to Hazard. Flag goes up, and Real have the free kick.
It's just instructive when we saw these images from the penalty, from that brilliant angle of Toni Kroos and Casemiro there, Tim. You could see the reaction from the players. They just give off an energy that they're a unit. They're united in this. The team is there, the team effort, the team ethic. And that's, for me, is what's going to see them over the line.
Absolutely, Mark. I feel you are right on point there. This collective effort from Real Madrid is carrying them home, and here we are in the final fixture of week 35, and once again solid in defence, and they have found the penetration in attack when they've needed it. Can they add a third? Kroos with the free kick. La Guardia clears. Five more minutes at the Alfredo Di Stefano. There will be post-match analysis, so do send Joe, Jamal and Kevin your comments and questions. Both of Joe's guests predicted a home win. Jamal said 2-0, Kevin said 3-0, so you can imagine how much Kevin is willing Real on to find that third goal. It was Militao who went down in the box there. Nothing given.
Casemiro showing no ill effects either, Tim. Again, the positives just stacking up for Zidane, aren't they? Clean sheet, as we said, kept by this defence would be absolutely brilliant for them tonight as well. And they haven't suffered the way they did, even against Espanyol, you know, at the RCD Stadium. They did suffer that night. They had to really work for it.
Well, a penalty in the 12th minute And then the second goal came just 5 minutes after half-time. And it has been comfortable progress for Los Blancos. Super turn there from Burke, and he's released Borja Sainz. Rodriguez is in the centre. Sainz did deliver that cross, and it was cleared by Militao, whose positioning was good. Well, a grimace there from Real's instrumental Frenchman. And could it be the right hamstring? The back of that right thigh feels tight. Well, that is a concern.
Worry is you haven't got much time, have you, to get him fit again if there is a niggle there. They play again on Monday, and that's what we've seen from these interviews with managers. It's been quite instructive, the way they've reacted to the games coming thick and fast, how they've had to reorganize their training sessions, how they haven't had time to work on any kind of tactical side of things. Bits and pieces here and there, but really it's been recovery, rest, recovery, and that's what Benzema looks like he needs.
Well, it won't be an easy fixture at the Nuevo Los Cármenes. Granada fighting for European football in what has been a historic return to the top flight under Diego Martinez. That will be brought to you live on Facebook Watch. That's Monday evening. Before that, of course, Real head to Valladolid. A 7:30 kickoff, Spanish mainland time tomorrow. Valverde, cut out by Eli. Over the top from the Brazilian. A chase for Burke. And he did really well to even get a boot on that. Showing his tenacity and providing even such a cool customer like Rafael Varane something to think about. Super turn from Mahmoud away from Toni Kroos. Here's Borja Sainz. Camarasa. Now Rioja. Well, a minute to play at the Alfredo Di Stefano. Can Alavés at least pull a goal back? So much youth on the pitch for them now after these 5 changes. Here is Rodriguez. Straight at Courtois, but a good effort nonetheless.
It was a good effort, and for us avid La Liga watchers, it'll be fascinating to see what team Muniz picks for the visit of Getafe to Mendizorroza. Tim, is he going to give youth a chance in that one too? I think Oliver Burke has had a very good game, still full of running, as you said, the tenacity, the determination, the energy level's still there, and he's still on the pitch. Joselu isn't, Lucas Perez isn't, Oliver Burke is.
Some of Alavés' best chances fell to Joselu. He had one really clear opportunity in each half, headed against the crossbar on 3 minutes, and then was denied by Courtois just after the hour mark. And we will have 6 additional minutes here at the Alfredo Di Stefano. Take you up to pretty much 3:30 in the morning Indian Standard Time. Do let Joe, Kevin and Jamal know where you're watching from if you are sending them comments. Excellent from Sainz, pressurising Mondi. Brahim Diaz is ready to come on for the home team. That will be Zinedine Zidane's 5th and final change. And this is what you call game management. Fabulous play here. And then the creativity, the spark from Vinicius. There is Eden Hazard.
It's all about the depth of the bench, though, Tim, isn't it? If you look at the changes, the fifth one is Brahim, but when you got the quality of Vinicius and Valverde, Isco and Hazard on the bench, it's such a tall order for Alavés. Look at the players that Muniz has had available to bring on, and it's night and day. And it's such a difficult place to come to. Psychologically so tough. It's such a tough thing for the manager to turn this around, to psychologically work on this group, to build them up, build that belief up in them. But that's what Zidane's done. It's the other side of the coin, but they have been in their own particular battle, and he's got Real Madrid believing. They did come back tight with Football Club Barcelona, but the gap is there once again. It's 4 points. Pressure back on Football Club Barcelona. Psychologically, do they believe?
Well, this is an extended period of possession now. Patience. Can they unlock Alavés? This is Isco. Fired the shot away. Took a deflection. And the flag had been raised. Well, when we came back from lockdown, Barcelona were 2 points clear at the top of La Liga Santander, and they will go 4 points behind after Real Madrid win this match. Chance now for Zidane to bring on Brahim. His 5th appearance of the season. Casemiro is off, and as you can see, yet another match goes by with no game time for Gareth Bale.
To be fair, he doesn't look too concerned about it, does he? Sitting there enjoying the game. Make of that what you will.
Marin did well, so too did Militao. And now Isco has it back from Cruz. Vinicius wide. Vinicius still. Shimmy of the hips, finds Mondi on the cutback. Well, Isco playing the role of a false nine, you could say. He finds Vinicius now, and the flag is raised.
Yeah, well, you summed it up here, Tim. It is game management. Alavés can't get on the ball. They can't get to wait to get on the bus and get back on the plane, refocus. Another game coming up. This one's behind them, and it's start again. Muniz will analyse this, take his positives from it, take his negatives from it, and we'll see what the reaction is with the starting 11 against Getafe.
Real well positioned to improve on the record they set in the 1987-88 season, when they conceded only 26 goals in the whole season. They've only conceded 21. 3 games left to play after this, so they could better that number that they achieved in 1988. A very impressive defensive unit, who tonight have coped without Ramos, without Carvajal, and without Marcelo. Nacho's been injured ever since lockdown, and it just seems that whoever's out, whoever's back, Zidane's players find a way through. It is huge consistency they have displayed during this league season, and of course there could still be a story to tell in Europe as well. Well, that's the full-time whistle at the Alfredo Di Stefano, where Zinedine Zidane's team just keep on marching on. They've now won 8 consecutive games, and they move 4 points clear of La Liga with just 3 games to play. Karim Benzema scored from the spot on 12 minutes, and Marco Asensio made it 2 in the second half. Bad news for Barcelona.